Ladies and gentlemen, I am Yusril and welcome to the completion of Tier 3 of the Dyson reputation, or more accurately, the claiming of Tier 3. So, we have a new mission, we have a new accolade, and the Science Lab has called us in again for unsafe practices. I wonder what our penpal's been up to this time. However, before we do that, let's take a quick look at the bonuses. So, we have either active armor hardening on the ground, which is a fairly substantial boost to damage resistance based on our hit points. So the more damaged we get, the better we resist damage. And Vanquish, which is kind of the opposite really. The more damage the enemy gets, the worse they resist damage. However, that is much less potent. On the other hand, I do tend to run Medic. So I can pretty much heal, and then heal some more. So let's make the enemy fall over quicker than old age. And I suspect we're going to go for the same on the cruiser builds at Tier 4. What have we got in the store? Okay, the Mark 12 engineering consoles are now available. Again, 20,000 dilithium, Mark 12 epic quality. Needless to say, guys, I've been chucking those in the bin from the Dyson boxes for the last few days. Interestingly, nothing by the way of protonic polar on space weaponry, despite the fact that I was getting those from the Tier 2 boxes. So, to the Science Lab and unsafe practices. I wonder what they've been up to. Oh, who am I kidding? They probably found a way to blow up the whole universe.
Other sane minds out there.
Wouldn't go that far, mate.
My concerns about the dangers of the sphere's technology have fallen on deaf ears. In rebuttal, I'm fed propaganda about the sphere's Voth origins and how easy my job should be. But how easy can a job be if I'm constantly being interrupted by alarms and avoiding catastrophes? In my lab, the Ministry of Elders and their Inquisitor lackeys have installed accomplices who are willing to answer yes when I say no. Advancement is their only goal, not reason, not discovery, and certainly not safety. Unfortunately, they are rarely up to the tasks for which they volunteer. But the problems may be bigger than incompetent lab techs. No one here wants to hear that we may not be capable of using this technology, or that the cost of trying could be the destruction of this entire sector of space. The builders of this sphere aren't here to tell us the results of their experiments, but I'm convinced that something did go terribly wrong. There is evidence of a celestial trauma that has significantly reduced the energy output from this installation's central star. Add to that the fact that the spires have been optimized for a different spectral band than the one that this star produces, and we're left with strong evidence of a large-scale industrial accident. Such an accident would explain why this place was abandoned. I've conducted a detailed scan of one of the spires and found trace amounts of tetryon particles. Any industrial accident large enough to leave these trace tetryon particles thousands of years afterwards would have permeated all organic life caught in the blast, with enough tetrionic energy to force any survivors to retreat to subspace. So, if the creators of this technology weren't savvy enough to prevent such a huge disaster, what chance do my people or yours have to do any better? I fear this technology. I fear it in not just the wrong hands, but in any hands. We need to work together to make sure no one tries to activate the sphere. Our lives may depend on it.
End of file.
But we're not going to do anything about it just yet. Right, so, wasn't a doomsday device, wasn't a byproduct. In fact, well, it was technically a byproduct, but they didn't mean to make it in the first place. assuming our penpal is correct, and the Solanae built this sphere, then tried to muck about with Omega and blew themselves into subspace as a consequence, which seems like a reasonable theory. I mean, it's all technobabble one way or the other. Right, looks like Tier 5 is going to see us chasing down a experiment, for want of a better term, that's going to blow us all to kingdom come, and we're probably going to have to face whoever that chap in the red and grey combat armour was. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been Yuzral. Tier 4 is a little on the long side, but we'll see how that goes. And let's see if we get anything shiny from the new boxes. Still the same requirements for the project. 1,000 expertise, 20 marks, and 7,500 in energy credits for that one, and a single commendation for this one. Tick tock goes the clock. We should have 2 tier 3 boxes, and we do. Let's pop these, use once. Yep, protonic polon dual cannons. Could be better. That's about the 4th one of those I've had. And a turret Mark 12 accuracy. Well, that's not too shabby. So, space weaponry's been appearing in the boxes, but we don't have any in the store as yet. The grind is underway for 60,000 reputation, and there we go, we get it at tier 4, that's why. And also the warp core and the new weaponry. So, ladies and gentlemen, that has been a quick look at tier 3. Random speculation as to what the future holds. Hopefully we'll get an upgraded Voth torpedo at the end of all of this, because there doesn't seem to be any other way of getting these. And I'll see you next time.